Oh man, literally, as I hit the transition key, start. Here I am. Oh man, hello, hello, hello everybody. Welcome in, welcome back, welcome once again, welcome welcome to the potato streaming. And well, here we are once again after so much potatoing, so tiny things to do, so many things to chat about, so many ideas, so many concepts, so little time, so crazy. Wow, wowers, wows, wowzer, as one would say. Wow, 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 wow. Ah, but man, in reality, what I wanted to say is, since I started here, what a tiring read that was. What an amazingly tiring read that book was. I guess we're kind of ready to go back to it once again, but at the same time, we are trying to not go back to it so fast. At least for today. Mm, I was interested in. I remember when I was younger, I always was told something like, if you were to read like 4 passages of the Bible, you will end it. You will finish it basically in like a whole year or less than a whole year. So it will be interesting to see how much we should need to read throughout the week for us to finish that Mahabharata book. And well, even if I wasn't, I I said a little bit about that whole Mahabharata thing on Twitter. I will need to make a compendium of words and a little bit of a glossary because there are too many definitions and words and things like that that I don't really know. Um, because as I said, I am not a Hinduist, so I will need to learn about those. Mm, that is one basic idea. The other side is I have been thinking, and I am not that interested in really just becoming kind of Hinduist potato, so to speak. I want to read some books like that one, but I guess after or in the middle of reading the Mahabharata, we will try to do other similar things in that regard. I have been thinking a little bit about how is it and Mahabharata. The Pyarnis, I think they were. Let me check. I have the file somewhere around here. Um, here, downloads, files, documents. It should be around here, somewhere here. The 112 Upanishads, basically. Supposedly, they were the kind of foundation for the whole Hinduist belief, I think. I will say belief. Uh, or kind of, yeah, biblical belief, basically. Or what? Not biblical, theological belief. And that is one very good part, or one very interesting thing to know, as we will be kind of getting ready. Oh man, we will be kind of getting ready of the need of me obtaining anything similar to what is it? The Mahabharata. The original or the more kind of spiritual things related to the Hinduist religion, because at the end of the day, it seems that religion on itself seems to be a lot it seems to be centered a lot on the fact that not only there are deities but also the atman, the state of mind, the state of being and no being, and all of those weird things, or foreign concepts, basically not weird, simply foreign to me. So yeah, I guess we will have to work not only on that, also yeah, I kind of said it before. I have a little bit of an interest in reading El Quijote on stream, but I don't want to read it on English, taking into account that my main language is Spanish. I would rather read it offline and come here and think about things that were happening in the book, or yeah, explain myself in that sense instead of just rambling mindlessly here without any kind of compassion for anybody. Because at the end of the day, as I said with the Mahabharata, if I were to read books like that in their original idiom, nobody, or their original language, nobody will really try to watch it, at least on stream. At the end of the day, I wouldn't think. Yeah, personally, I wouldn't search for a guy that's reading El Quijote on Spanish, or a potato that's reading the Mahabharata on Hindi, no, on Sanskrit, because there is people that has already done it, and even better than what I could ever expect from a complete and unknown person. But well, aside from that, we kind of are fine. Also, I am kind of very hard about this next idea. I had a little bit of an interest in checking the whole Steam market, because it seems it is going to happen in an investment way to speak. It seems a very big event is going to happen soon. So if I had the possibility of participating and buying things, I would be happier than not ever before, but really happy, a lot of happiness. That is the main topic here. Well, uh, I got a minuscule change of IP, because it seems I can now at least access my inventory, unlike before, where I was only contained on my, what was it, on my, on, I'm sorry, where I was only contained in my library. I didn't even have the possibility of going to my profile. Now I can at least go to my profile, inventory, matches, all of those parts. Not a market, or not a more, yeah, nothing else aside from the first page or the main market page. I cannot delve into anything else. But even if it were to be something that kind of harms me in the long run, I already have a lot of things to gain a little bit of profit, so to speak. So I am not completely worried about that. It isn't that I am not a little bit. It isn't that I am not completely worried about that. At the end of the day, and even more taking into account I can freely talk about it because nobody has the possibility of stopping me. I made kind of a lot of money through Steam, and man, I am already happy with that fact. I At this point I kind of feel like I am already making more for the sake of it than for the need, like I started, because yeah, it is kind of a very interesting story. But I remember one time I was kind of struggling with gathering Steam money or money outside of Steam to put into the wallet, into the Steam wallet, because I don't remember which game was at offer, and I was really young. I had a lot of FOMO, or I had even more FOMO than nowadays. So when I saw that, I think it was Portal 2, or I think, I'm not completely sure. Yeah, I think when Portal 2 was in a very big discount, I kind of tried my best to get the money out of nowhere, and I ended up learning in that moment and in that process about the whole Steam Market deal and the whole also possibility of profiting from Steam badges and all of that. Yeah, I wouldn't say it wasn't something enjoyable, but it ended up making me nowadays not have to worry about my Steam wallet as long as I can access my Steam inventory. But even if I have no possibility of accessing it every single day, it is still fine. And even more lately that I haven't really been playing, I think we are kind of on the third or well, it feels like the third week I already have not played anything. I don't really know. It might as well just have been one whole week since I have played anything on stream or off stream. And yeah, it is kind of interesting to see that at least I am enjoying the rest of the things. I kind of I don't remember the whole or the exact reason as to why, but I also kind of devoted myself now to a little bit more of cultivation and not self-improvement in the normal sense, but rather no, not perfection. No, perfection isn't even close to what I wanted to say. Well, yeah, we can go with self-improvement rather than anything else. At the end of the day, it is I who knows myself, so I know what I say, what I mean when I say self-improvement. So yeah, it it feels better to do that than to dwell on anything else. And even more so, as I explained before, than to burn hours of my life on games and things like that. Um, there were points where I literally woke up, played, did my obligatory things like going, when I was younger I had to go to school and go to college and all of those things. Um, it was kind of a mind-numbing experience, so to speak. But nowadays it is completely different. I am more relaxed. I am more. I wouldn't really know why, but it is kind of as if I had the possibility of enjoying things more now that I don't have to worry about anything else than before, when I had to worry that if I might have ended up enjoying things too much, so to speak, I would have ended up not losing myself, but kind of losing the perspective of time that I had before. Nowadays, as well, all seeing, I kind of devoted myself to learning, to thinking, and to that whole process. Also to not rationalizing things, but rather putting things into perspective, so to speak, and to have an easier time. And well, that is one side of the coin, because the other complete opposite is that right now I am starting to die because it is getting too hot here. it needs to rain. It hasn't rained like at this point like already 4 weeks, I think. Yeah, almost a month it has been since it last the last rain happened over here. So I am really struggling with the heat nowadays. Hello, Mr. Saxter. Welcome. Have a great one. Thank you for coming. Today we are simply rambling about things, so if you have any question, feel free to ask. If you have no question, feel free to lurk. If you want to leave, feel free to do so. At least, thank you for coming here. From the deepest part of myself. Really thank you. Well, water. As I was saying, well, no, yeah, basically that. It is kind of very intense heatness right now, but at the same time, it is still early to even think about turning on the air conditioner and all of that, all of those things. So we still have some time to enjoy a simpler rambling. I wouldn't even know if I will have the possibility of streaming or anything like that when I start turning on the air conditioner, taking into account how loud it might be and how close also I am to the AC unit right now. We will see when it really gets hot. Nowadays we're just waiting for a little bit of rain, for a little bit of not so much heat. Well, aside from that, also we're enjoying things, but well, I have a lot of ideas that I want to talk or to ramble about, but I wouldn't really know how is everyone feeling, so to speak. I would like to ramble a little bit, taking into account it has been almost 2 days since I last did so. I think I don't remember what I did. The last stream, no, the one before that, the one that happened on Saturday night. I don't remember what was that. Um, yeah, that was a very good clip, man. Oh no, Fortnite really happened. I don't know what was going on. I think I kind of had a very primal reaction. I really saw that and I had to say, oh no, Fortnite. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was really an event to see unveil before our eyes. But anyways, now we're fine. We're doing fine. We're doing fine. No, yeah. Being realistic, it is too hot right now, and I have only been streaming for. Oh no, lag. Oh no, lag. Let me check. We have lost 9% of the frames. We have in numbers 3,394 frames have been lost so far. And yeah, it is going to be a not a bad but rather a precarious summer, taking into account that when it gets so hot, even our router starts going bad, so to speak. And nowadays this year we bought a new router and we are really praying for it to be able to sustain more heat than the last one we had, because the other in the middle of the summer almost died on us. So we are praying for this one to endure the whole ordeal rather than to disappear before our very eyes, like as I said before, the last one. But yeah, also I I didn't know it was so hot right now. How much I want to check. I want show I won't show it on screen, but I want to know at least for myself, for my own pleasure, how much heat is there going on right now. Let me see. Let me see. Um, Climate here, my city. Climate on my city. Yes. Uh, okay. Okay. We're having almost. Um, who, who is this on Fahrenheit? 80, 89 Fahrenheit. We're having of such a great day. Say such a great um, autumn, summer. I don't remember the word. I really am kind of struggling. I didn't really notice. It was so hot, man. And I don't want to focus so much on it, but now that I have to actively use even more my mind, I am kind of dying. I want, all I can say is that it is getting unbearable right now. Um, yeah, I will check if I can make it a little less painful on me. Let me go check. Give me a second, because I am really struggling here. Aside from my underwear, I have nothing else left to remove. I really am going to die here. It really is getting out of completely nowhere. So hot. Oh man, how much do I love global warming? Oh yes. Ice balls melting. Yeah. How lovely it is. And also how lovely it is to know that it is all fake and nothing of that is really happening. We are living in a simulation, and we are better than ever before in terms of climate change and climate crisis. There is no climate crisis, even I will dare to say. I am fucking dying here. Okay, I drank all the water I had available. So now we will have to try to. I am going to be able to endure. But well, aside from that, I was thinking. I saw a lot of things to kind of comment on social media in general. I wouldn't really know where to start from, and not in this specific stream, but rather on the whole. Yeah, thinking a little bit further into the future, where it will be fine, so to speak, to mostly because I wanted to do more of video reactions. I didn't know where to specifically start with the philosophy ordeal. So, being truthful, I had a I wanted to watch at least three kind of things now. One was the original, the playlist that I have it saved on YouTube. I don't remember. It was basically a psychology course that was released to the public via YouTube, and man, those things are really interesting. When you are learning because you want to, and not because you are forced to, they are really interesting. They have a lot of information that you can not extract and use daily, but at least know and be able to move around, so to speak. They are really, really great in that sense. So I wanted something from that side. Also, um, I wanted a little bit of video watching from, yes, it was yesterday, I think. Yesterday we talked with Merly about one of the many videos I saw while not being able to stream, and it was about the man-child mentality and all of those things, and that whole channel is kind of very interesting, and even more to, if you were to really go deep on them, to consume. So it really seems interesting in that sense, so to speak. What was there was another thing. I said three. I already said two. Well, yeah. I mean, in reality, who really cares if it is controversial or not? I also wanted to, in my case, watch again, and for some people, it will be kind of a first experience with the, I think it was the 2016 course that Jordan Peterson had about personality and psychopathology, and it is interesting because it is, I think, a 15-hour. It is a 15-hour course broken down into 15 one-hour videos, and they really talk about the psyche, so to speak. It is another, basically another psychology video. So it is interesting. At least to me, they are interesting. So we will see how do I squeeze them into our actual schedule, or how do I organize myself, because at the end of the day, also, I don't want to become a react bro. I don't want that. I really am trying my best to hold myself back from hitting start a stream, open one, two, or three videos, and start watching like crazy. And even more because I, on the first time I tried to do that, I already had to change some things. I, when I am alone, I watch videos on 2x speed, so it really is hard for me to go to a normal pace. And even more if we were to watch videos of those subjects where a lot of times the people that is talking about the topics really tends to take a lot of pauses and take a lot of, how will it be okay to say it? I will say take a lot of words or sentences slowly, because at the end of the day, somebody no, some people isn't really paying attention, even if they are, even if what we are talking about are topics that need or are meant to be heard and not just background noise. Some people, even with that into consideration, needs to have everything said slowly so that they can understand what is really being said. And because of that, the videos, at least for me, really sound slow. Or not the videos, but the voices and the tones and all of that. So I really was interested in seeing if, yeah, my idea was kind of a training or at the very least preparation for those who don't know or who are not ready, so to speak, to know that if you decide to come here, you will have to accept that this is going to be a very schizophrenic stream. I will be watching videos double the normal speed. I cannot handle things so slow when I just have to think about them, and even less if, as I did with the propaganda video, uh, I also have the necessity of pausing every 2 or 3 minutes to give a little bit of commentary on that. So we will see. I won't even try to lose my time on watching videos at normal speed. But yeah, that is also another idea that I have. I and well, I might have gone a little bit on something kind of very far into the future, so to speak, because what I was in a sense more interested was rather going and watching some, or watching, no, reading also some older philosophy books, because for example, I know Jordan Peterson is very kind of biased towards Carl Jung, so I need to watch at the very least some videos that Ian had. Also, one of the when I saw the 2016 lecture, there were a lot of repetitions about Nietzsche, Young. I don't know. No, I don't remember the philosophist name. Kierkegaard. Oh my god, I don't remember. Let me search for it for a second. This is. I will blame it on the actual temperature. I am dying. Please don't be so hot. Pessoa, not Pessoa. It wasn't Pessoa, right? Also, who the fuck was the guy that died from? I think it was lung cancer. I think if I'm not wrong, or it was Pessoa who died from lung cancer. I don't remember, but basically one of those many interesting philosophers that had to think a lot and ended up making like 3 or 4 books before dying at a very early young age. And also, for example, even if I wasn't even trying to talk about Pessoa, I want to do a little bit of uh, diving into who was Pessoa. At the end of the day, my personal bias is that Fernando Pessoa really wasn't. Okay, I think we're back. I don't know, but well, we're not completely back. We are still having some lag. Um, let's give it a second, just to be sure. Let me check. Okay, I will guess now we are really back. As I was saying, man, how lovely it is to have a bad internet. Damn, son. But well, um, what I really wanted to say was, I think Pessoa, I lost where it died on the stream, so sorry if I repeat myself a little bit. I think Pessoa kind of got depressed because he was kind of going for the will it be okay to call it a study of the human self or of the persons, the individual, so to speak, because it was very clear, at least to me, that he was speaking a lot about the human nature at least in his latest works. So it really seems to be an interesting guy to analyze in that sense, because he had a lot of great ideas, but also there was too much depression on the latest parts of his work. I wouldn't say, yeah, it is kind of a tragic story basically. I don't really know if he was before kind of sick or something like that, as to why he decided to go into such a rampage. Well, in a sense, it is the same with Bukowski, another guy that was very, very hurtful to himself. But on the other side, Bukowski wasn't that hurtful with his body. Pessoa literally died, I think, at 45, 47 years old, while Bukowski was kind of a very, very young man when he, young, no, old grandpa when he died, rather. But well, I, also it is something for a more setup stream to talk about the whole philosophy of philosophers, basically, because it seems kind of a very common occurrence to see that those who think a lot tend to be depressed a lot. But well, at least for now, we're fine. We're seeing what we can do. And also, we're seeing what the fuck is going on with the internet. Can you fucking work? I try to have it working. Internet, are you interested in working? Are we fine? Can I keep going? Nothing else to say. Okay. I hope it keeps working as it is going now. Fine. Because I wanted to say also something that has completely no relation to what I was talking before, and is even very, very kind of on the material world. We found a page with some friends of mine that have no value on the items that they were listing, so we decided to make a lot of orders, and because it was a tech page basically, so we will see what is going to happen. I I am kind of announcing it silently, so to speak. If it really ends up being that we got not scammed, but rather, I will guess, denounced by the owners of the page, because we are kind of taking advantage of an error that they had. It wasn't. Yeah, we kind of did it knowingly, so to speak. So we don't know if we are going to be punished legally or not to pay the price of the items. But anyways, if something like that happens, we might have the Sabaton a lot earlier than what I ever expected, because we will need to raise some money for me to pay my possibly future fine. But well, aside from that, all I can really say is my whole internet is fucking dying right now. So I guess I will go restart the router, and well, meanwhile I will also end stream, because I cannot keep going like this. Well, in reality it hasn't been that bad. I think we had a more drop frames when I was reading the Mahabharata. I think, I am not completely sure. Right now we only have lost like 7% of this actual transmission, so we're kind of fine. Well, aside from that, and going back into the whole crazy history, if it somehow goes well, we will have a lot of things to use. And I ordered like some mouses, new headphones, I hope they have mic included in them. Some what else did I order? I think it was a speaker. I don't know. I went fully kind of monkey brain and grabbed a lot of things that were because everything was free. So why not? And yes, this is also a legal record and it was completely free. Do not use it against me. I also have proof. I will go to court if it is needed. Nah, it is a lie. I have no money to go to court. If I were to get taken to court, I will die of poorness based on how much money it costs to have a what is it? A professional defend my case. So yeah, we're fine. We're going to see how things go. Well, let's pray for the best in the potato life and for literally no problems so far. And well, aside from that, right now, all I can really think of is me ending stream. I am dying because it is too fucking hot. So I'm sorry, I will raid somebody and I will leave. We already did 45 minutes of me talking. Thank you for coming. Whoever decided to stay, whoever thought it was a great idea to come and see me today specifically, and nothing else to say. I need to go to, at this point, take a bath. I am in pain so far. Okay, we are reading. I think nothing else to say. Thank you everybody. Raid. For viewers, raid. Stop streaming.